How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and today I'm with my friend Jeremiah and his 2019 Dodge Charger ScatPack. And I actually did make a video a while ago. It was titled Dodge Challenger versus Dodge Charger, and a lot of you guys commented that I should have actually had a Charger to compare it to. So now I actually have a Charger to compare it to the Challenger. So we're going to be kind of comparing the Challenger to the Charger, like I said, and also it's kind of going to be like a review of the Charger. So Jeremiah is going to be talking about his car. Then also for part 2 of this video, I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. This is going to be part 1, and then part 2 is going to be released next week. That's going to be from some runs whenever we went to Mexico a few weeks ago, and then also some flybys. And yeah, so you guys will be able to hear the exhaust really well. All right, so we know it's a 2019 Charger ScatPack, 485 horsepower, right?
Yes.
All right, and then so tell us about like your future plans for the car.
Well, I've been tossing up the idea of throwing some power adders on it. Then I've also been tossing up the idea of making it a daily. Right now it's just got the mid muffler delete. The next thing I'm probably going to do is wheels and tires, and definitely headers. Open it up a little bit. The car runs good for what it is, and, no complaints out of it. It's a comfortable car compared to the Mustangs I've owned. Took it to Florida and back from here from Morgantown. Got 25 miles to the gallon without the eco mode. Stayed in the sport mode the whole time. Comfortable ride, a lot roomier. Definitely want to lower it a little bit too. Maybe air ride, something like that.
That'd be cool.
Be different, especially around here in Morgantown, man. All the damn potholes. You're gonna need air ride. But
all right, so what tires does it come with stock? Just 245s, right?
little itty bitty 245s.
And then the wheels are 20 by 9s, right?
20 by 9s.
So what wheels and tires are you planning on going with in the future?
I really want to do the 4-star F5s. I know they're expensive wheel, but they look good. Or maybe run a set of Bostons or something like that. Keep it a little classy.
Yeah.
Maybe do like a 20 by. I want to keep the same tire wheel size, but maybe go a little wider, like an 11 or a 10, something like that.
And do you know if 11-inch wheels will have any rubbing or anything in the front or back?
As far as the wheel goes, I'm not 100% sure. I've seen people put 315-inch tires on the back or 305s and have a little bit of rub with 315s, and then a 325, you know, you got to run a spacer. As far as that goes, I got to do a little more research on it. I might just go comfortable with the 20 by 10s and know for sure. But I mean, the car, I mean, it just needs a little bit more stuff done to it, that's all.
Yeah, it definitely needs more traction with these boats that we have here.
The boats and the land yachts.
Okay, so like you said, you've owned a few Mustangs before, so how do they compare to the Charger?
My last Mustang that I had before I had the Charger was a 2012 Boss 302. Had a little bit of work done to it. Of course, had the track ready suspension, 6-speed manual transmission. Had a little bit of work done to it. At dynoed 410, 410, and I want to say it was 383 torque. But as far as comparing the two cars, you know, a Mustang's a lot cheaper to make fast compared to the Charger. But as far as the comfortability, drivability, the Charger's just a better car all the way around. But as far as going fast, I gotta still stick with my Mustangs.
All right, and obviously the Charger is a 4-door and Mustangs are just 2 doors, so obviously there's a lot more space in the Charger, right? So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Trunk space, back seat space. The way I look at it is you can go to the grocery store, haul the kids to the soccer practice, and still do 150 miles an hour. Same trip.
All right, so basically the main difference between the Mustangs and the Charger is you said the Mustangs were a lot cheaper to mod and make them fast.
Oh, absolutely.
But the Charger still keeps up with them. It's just a little more expensive to actually make it fast.
Absolutely. Comparing to the weight and everything. You know, like the new 2019 Mustang. Yeah, of course it's going to be a faster car up top with the weight. But as far as, you know, the two cars, they're pretty similar in power. I mean, you know, the Mustang put down what is the new Coyote. The 2019's put down like 420 or 430.
I think it's like 460 maybe.
Could be. I haven't kept up with them in a while. And then, like you said, the 485. And, you know, considering the weight difference, I was actually surprised as far as the performance of them goes compared. You know, I thought I was going to get blown away. But no, like I said, I had reasons getting rid of my Mustang. I have a nephew, and I needed a 4-door, and Ford doesn't make a 4-door. Chevrolet doesn't make a 4-door anymore, and I'm not about to go buy a $90,000 Cadillac. So CTSV.
That would be
I
nice.
second best.
How much does the Charger weigh?
I want to say it's 4625, 4650, something like that.
Okay, and then so the Challenger's about 4,200 and the Charger's about 4,600.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't
whenever,
quote me to that though.
yeah, whenever you raced the Sam's Mustang, the 2019 Mustang GT, you said how many car lengths did he put on you?
Well, here's the thing, we ran twice. The first time we raced, we went from 25 to 156, and he blew me away. You know, probably about 5 car lengths, I'd want to say at least. Then we raced again last weekend down in Mexico, and he pulled, it was like a 40 roll, he probably pulled a car and a half on me. Could have had something to do with the weather. It was a lot cooler last weekend compared to the first time we raced, so I know when it's cooler out, this car runs a lot better.
Like Sam was saying, the Charger weighs 4,600 pounds, and then the Mustang is like, what is it, like 3,800, 3,700, I think?
Depends on the model.
Yeah, I want to say 3,700 for the new 2019 GT. The one part I love about the Chargers is actually the back angle, probably more than the front, to be honest. I just like the way it's shaped. And then you got these little side vents right there. Those look really good from the back when you're looking at it like from the center. Makes it look a little bit wider. Another thing, I think this is actually new for the 2019s, but there are these little air vents that are on here in the front grille. I think those make it look pretty good too. Better airflow, obviously, but they also just look cool. So I was already talking about the like air vents on the front grille. So go ahead and tell us what else they like added for the 2019 models.
From what I understand with the 2019 models is, you know, they went ahead and put the line lock and launch control unlocked in them, of course, after 500 miles. And they also added the active exhaust. But other than that, as far as interior options, I'm not too sure if there's any difference from, you know, 18s and now, 18s down and now.
We were actually just talking about this, but for the new V6 models, they actually, like, you can upgrade it to make it look like an SRT, which is something we hate. Like, I don't know why they would do that. Like, I actually, probably like last week, I saw a V6 and I got all excited because I thought it was a ScatPack. Drove by, couldn't hear anything, didn't have any badges or anything. I realized it was just a V6 with the SRT like appearance package. So yeah, I don't think it's fair, honestly. I don't know why a V6 would even want to look like an SRT.
You could also get a shaker hood with a V6.
No.
Happened to a neighbor of mine. Not a neighbor of mine, a friend of mine's neighbor had one all decked out, looked like ScatPack or SRT, but it had a shaker hood and it was a V6.
Don't do that if you have a V6.
As far as, you know, what you want as in a car, Dodge will make it. If you want a V6 with the fast look, they'll make it. You want probably the fastness of it with the slow look, they'll probably make it.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and look at the inside, see how much more room there is when you compare it to a Challenger. All right, so the front of this car is basically exactly the same as a Challenger. But then when you get to the back, let's see how much room there is in here. So not too much legroom, but obviously since it is a 4-door, it's gonna have a lot more room. And also one other thing that I think is cool is you actually have heated seats in the front and the back. I don't think the Challenger has heated seats in the back, but it does have heated and cooled seats in the front. And this one also, yeah, and the steering wheel. So I think that's pretty cool. That is that new for 2019?
That's I don't know, maybe. Never owned a car with heated back seats, but never owned a car with cooled seats either to this car. And but I think it might be. Don't quote me to it though.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and look at the screen and look at all the options that are on here. So from the start, I can already tell that it's different than the 2016. I don't know if it's just different for the Challenger and Charger or if it's like a new thing for 2019. But it does look a little different. So Guess we can go ahead and go through all the stuff here.
Of course, you know, you got your radio, your media, your climate, you know, your screen to control the seats. Obviously, the car's not on, so it's not going to work. You also got your apps. Might take it a minute to load, so we'll check something else out. You got your drive modes, you know, auto, sport, track.
There's just a button for that right there. It just says drive modes. You just hit that.
You also have a launch button. But I'm not a fan of launch control. Either it's because I don't know how to get it to work, and I'm just that dumb, or I just don't prefer to use it. I'd rather stall it up with the foot brake. Of course, you got your traction. Goes from street, sport, track, and then to get it fully off, you got to hold the brake, hold the traction control for about 5 seconds is what I think it is. You got your valet mode, eco.
So that used to only be available on the Hellcats, right? Like the valet mode?
Yeah, yeah. Then you go down here to race options. Of course, you could set, you know, your line lock.
That's cool. And that's also new for 2019, the line lock.
Well, this is the launch control. That was my mistake. But yeah, you could set the launch control from 1200 all the way up. I think it's to 34, 35. Yeah, 3,300 RPM, and you got the line lock, and you just hit that button right there when the car is running, do a big old smoky burnout.
Which we're going to do in part 2 of this video.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So make sure you check that out next week.
The first time I used line lock, it was a mistake. Because, you know, compared to my Mustang had line lock. My 15 did. And you throw the line lock on, you put it in gear. It was a 6-speed car, so obviously you really can't do much with the gear. But with these cars, if you leave it in automatic, if you don't go down and put it in manual mode yourself, you end up doing a 6-gear burnout and wasting about $300 worth of tire. Half my tire was going at about 600 miles, you know, once it finally unlocked. So just tread carefully when using line lock.
Definitely. Alright.
Let me go back down here to the apps, see if that came up. You got your performance pages too. I don't know if the 16s have it or not.
Yeah, I think it has it with like where you can see like your times and everything.
Well, I could actually see the times up here on this screen.
I've never actually used it, but I feel like it's a useful thing if you go to the track often.
Oh, absolutely. See, I could set, you know, this is just the home screen. You can go down here to your timers. You know, your best 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter mile, eighth mile, brake distance. Then you got your gauge uke, it's custom set. You know, what you want to run, what you want to see. G-force meter. Well, G-force meter. Your engine, you know, oil pressure, how much power you're using, foot-pounds of torque. And you also have your engine dyno. I mean, don't know how accurate it is, but tells you it goes by gear, by RPM, how much power you're making in each gear and what RPM. Pretty legit, but like I said, I don't know how accurate it is.
Sweet. And also, so like we talked about, these buttons are different. These were not on the 2016s. Like you said, the drive mode's a launch button, and it had the parking off and then the traction control off buttons, just not the drive modes and launch buttons. Then also everything else just kind of looks more modern. The steering wheel's the same, I'm pretty sure. And then, so the screen right here, that looks more modern, and all the buttons look more modern. The shifter's the same, and is this like a wireless charger?
Oh no,
It kind of looks like a wireless charger.
no, I think it's just a
Yeah.
just a little pocket for the key, I guess, whatever it may be.
Alright, so this area kind of looks more modern, but the shifter is the same. And yeah, that's about it.
Sunroof, I mean.
Yeah, we got the sunroof up there. That's
First time I had a sunroof in a long time.
And I think the old Chargers actually had like heated and cooled cup holders. Do you remember anything about that?
I don't know for sure. I know something offered them, whether it might be the SRT model, I don't know, it might be the higher end model, but to be completely honest with you, I don't know.
Yeah, I think like the model before the 2015s, if you got like an RT Max, it had heated and cooled cup holders, which is really cool. They're not making that for the new ones, I don't think, right?
I don't think so.
No. Probably didn't work well enough, I don't even know.
I mean, usually if I'm gonna get something cold to drink, it's gonna be gone by the time I get to warm anyway, so.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot other than up here to look at. You know, you got your sunglasses holder, that's probably got nothing in it. Nope.
Got your garage openers here, the sunroof controls. Yeah, that's basically it for the interior.
We've got the Apple CarPlay. Doesn't have navigation, believe it or not. Has all this stuff on it, but doesn't have navigation.
So like an extra option you'd have to pay extra for?
You got to plug your phone in to get up Google Maps. Let me see if I can do it here.
Yeah, the 16s don't have Apple CarPlay.
Well, this one does.
But you can get navigation if you like pay extra, I think.
See, if we go down here to the CarPlay, see, if you look, you see all your options. You do not have anything for navigation whatsoever. You go down here to the CarPlay, and then you go to Google Maps. Boom, brings up the exact screen on your phone. That's the only way you can get navigation. Which is cool, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but say if I need to sitting at a stoplight, now don't text and drive, folks. But say if I'm sitting at a stoplight and I exit out of the screen on my phone, it exits out the screen on the car, so it just kind of goes against itself in a way. Or if I want to change the song or whatever it may be. Granted, I could change the song on a steering wheel, but if I want to go down and look at a different album or something, I have to exit out of that screen, and so then I got to go back to the Google Maps. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I mean, you get all these extras, but no navigation. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
You can't get these no more in a 6-speed. There's very few models of the Chargers in 15. They offered a 6-speed in, and they were hard to find. I think they're still hard to find. Don't quote me to it, but I'm pretty sure. But I know the Hellcat, you used to be able to get a Charger.
Really?
Hellcat Charger, I want to say.
Never heard of that. That's cool.
And I want to say, don't quote me to that. But the only thing you can get a 6-speed in now, as far as a performance Dodge, is the Challenger.
And then obviously you got the Viper, but
the Viper, and
they don't make those anymore,
last year
right?
Was, I want to say it was last year, wasn't it?
Probably.
2016, I think it was last year for the Viper. I could be wrong, I don't know. You know, thinking back in the day when a 69, 70, 68, or 68 to 69, 70 Charger was a long 2-door. I mean, they still got the length of it. Granted, it's a 4-door, but I think they did it right with this generation of new Charger compared to the older ones with the big boxy headlights and squared off edges. Just didn't sit right with me, but they did it right with this one.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little review. It wasn't too much of a review. We were just kind of like talking about cars, talking about the Charger, and getting Jeremiah's opinion on what he thinks of the Charger. We kind of compared a little bit to the Challenger and talked about some new upgrades for the new 2019s. So as I said, this is part 1 of this video, and then part 2 where I'm going to be going to Mexico and then getting some flybys, and also do a pretty nice burnout to show you guys how the line lock works. So yeah, that'll be a really cool video. Like I said, that's going to be coming out next week, so make sure you subscribe to not miss that video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and give me some more video suggestions of videos you'd like to see in the future. And as always, thanks for watching.